What's up, everybody? We're here for a short but sweet adventure today. We're in Chester. We're actually doing our first adventure in Illinois.
Yep. Finally living up to our name.
Yes, finally. Today is Saturday, August 28th.
Yes.
We're going to go check out a big train. The Big Boy 4014 is making its long trip around, showing itself off, and it's going to stop here in Chester, right in front of the St. Nicholas Landmark.
Mm-hmm. Down by the river.
Yes. So it'll be a nice backdrop right on the river, next to the brewery. Old-timey train.
Yep.
So we're going to make our way down there and come along and enjoy this adventure with us.
Just left my parents' house, and my dad called because he left a little bit before us, and he is saying it is a zoo down there.
My mom called she called 2 hours before we're supposed to arrive. So what is that, about an hour and 15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
And she said there was already people showing up. Ooh, excuse me, people showing up. Yeah.
Not a lot happens in Chester, but it does seem to be like a historical kind of point. I mean, that makes sense because it's the Mississippi River, like Lewis and Clark and stuff.
And it's a big steam engine. It's
a big steam
cool.
engine.
Yeah.
But like, they were showing off this old military ship a few years ago, and that was real huge too. So a lot of these historical things are really cool, and it really draws in the crowds. So we'll
I mean, I'm already assuming, if you can flip the camera here, there's normally not this long line of cars unless people get out of work at Gilster's or the prison. I'm assuming people are getting turned around.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they're probably trying to turn down here where we're going to try to go.
So this is probably already a mistake. We're going to give it a shot.
Yep, we'll see.
Yeah.
That is what my dad, I think, was talking about. That's where most people are parking, but that's pretty full because it's a hill right there, so you can't really get too far. We parked back this way. We're kind of like right over here. It's
halfway up the hill, up Buena Vista.
Yeah, there's a old house there, Cohen House. We'll do videos on that place later, but we planned on parking at the courthouse and taking the city steps down the hill. But
it's one of the things of Chester's. They have the city steps. You can go up and down the city steps in front of the courthouse, and it's been open as long as we've been alive. And
they actually not too long ago spent, I think it was a Boy Scouts Eagle Scout project, completely fixed them up, made them really great. It was a good like exercising thing for people.
And then they closed it. Made it down to the river. River's low too. Low. I didn't think there'd be this many people there. You really can't see too much. I can zoom it in here. Yeah, and that's just a taste. I got my hand in there. We already showed you all the cars and everything.
Yep.
About 2:04. We got about 10 more minutes. Mm-hmm. We're gonna start making our way, try and find a good spot.
My dad is kind of walking. He writes for the newspaper, and he said he was talking to a couple of people along the railroad tracks, and he said they are here from like all over. He didn't specifically say where, but so this is evidently a real big thing.
Yep. We're gonna make our way back. See if we can see this thing coming in. Right now we got a nice view of the trees. That's about it. Mosey on up and see this big choo-choo. I still think the sad thing is we're only going to get it crossing here.
Oh, there it is!
We're only going to get it crossing. It's going to stop at the landmark.
Well, we can walk down that way.
See, these poor employees, these poor Union Pacific employees are yelling at these people up here on the tracks.
Yep.
Or near the tracks, telling them to get out of the way, and they're not listening. Here we go.
There he is.
There it is.
Big boy. stop in there. Yep. I mean, that makes sense. That's like the...
Well, they can't come barreling through either because people have been crossing those tracks.
Hey, I say just
You're in the way.
do what you gotta do. There he is.
It stopped pretty far away from where we thought it'd be. Stopped at the Union Pacific. I guess not a switchboard station, but I mean Union Pacific has property here
Yeah.
in Chester. It stopped pretty far away.
Dad called it. That's where Dad's at. He said it's like the old train station, kind of.
Union Pacific staff, they told everyone to come on up and stay on the tracks. And they've been yelling at everybody. They've been walking on the tracks. I think some people are actually trying to walk on the bridge.
Yeah.
Now everyone's swarming there. We're gonna try and get around to the riverside and get some good shots over there.
Side profiles.
Side profiles, yeah. No, I mean, we're still pretty far away from it. Maybe we can get a little bit closer.
Yep. So the cop just came down with his sirens, and
Yeah.
we were like, "What's going on?" And then we see this tanker, and we're like, poor guy's just trying to actually follow, the truck routes. They're supposed to come down here by the river.
Nope. Had a big aha moment. Come to find out, it's a big water truck for the steam engine.
So yeah, since obviously steam engines need
Water.
cold water to keep them moving, so that's what he's doing. He's strictly here to cool that big boy down. There he goes.
There's the shot. That's a better shot. Got a little bit closer to her. To him, her. Him, he big boy. 4014. There was water. They were loading up with water there.
Yeah, he's going around the back of the building.
Oh, well, no, there was water coming out of it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That is a very pretty engine.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
That's cool. A few years ago, I was down here, and I don't know if I ever told you this. You see trains on here all the time, just regular, freight trains, stuff like that. I saw an Amtrak on here.
Oh, you did? That would have been cool.
And this isn't an Amtrak route.
No.
So now I've seen an Amtrak, seen tons of freight trains,
Yep.
and
Steam engine.
now a big steam engine.
There's that tanker we were talking about.
See, the big giveaway is the 4014 on the back with the railroad tracks.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but it looks like they got a good old water pump here in the back of this truck. It's hooked up to the engines. Then it was connected, you can't see it from this side, but connected to the water truck up there. So that's how they keep it all cooled down and ready to go to the next stop. So the steam engine is down that way, and we were kind of wondering, what do we think? Is he pulling anything?
Yeah, what's it hauling?
So we knew there were going to be other engines, because you never know what's going to happen with something that old. So I mean, in case he does break down, they can go ahead and still push him with.
Gives him a little push.
Yeah, but it looks like they have actual carts down here. I don't know how far. I mean, obviously there are people walking down there, but they do have it marked off. They don't really want you going down there, but I'll zoom in when we get down to the rope here.
I think I count about 11 or 12 trains,
Carts, yeah.
cars, and passengers.
Because it looks like the ones that are further down there have windows on them.
So it kind of looked like an old, dining car or like an old Amtrak train.
Yeah, it's not wanting to focus, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah. So I mean, I honestly thought it was just going to be the steam engine with some regular engines, just in case something happened. But this is actually like really cool, aside from the heat and the people.
I have one complaint.
Okay.
Go ahead and flip that camera around. Here's my complaint. Okay, now look at the front. This nice black steam engine. You think of like an old tale about a haunted train or something. Now pan down. Beautiful American flag, okay? Union Pacific, stuff like that. Yellow, 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 yellow. I get it, it's Union Pacific, it's yellow. But you just got this big, beautiful black steam engine and then yellow everywhere.
I don't know, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Oh, God.
But getting a little hot. We may try and stay to see him take off, but I don't do well in the heat. We'll see.
I'm raring to go. We'll see you. Hey, look at all them people. Crossing the bridge. Everyone's waiting for the train to be leaving. There it is down there. I don't know if you can see it. You can't see it probably, but there's cars parked down this way along the road. Down the tracks there. And everyone at the Welcome Center.
Yeah, we thought about coming up here to the Welcome Center and maybe getting it just to go, but lots of people had that thought.
Yeah. And this would be an absolute nightmare
To get out of.
once it leaves.
Yep. Ooh. Bronco.
Sport. That's all we got for today. Nice, fun, train-filled day. Lot of people.
Like a crazy amount of people.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen that many people on the river. And I mean, you get riverboats all the time, and I guess everyone's seen a riverboat and whatever. The train was cool. Don't get me wrong. Sadly, if you guys didn't notice, we didn't get a video of it leaving. People were dropping like flies. I think there was 2 people.
Yeah, it was very hot.
There was 2 people that passed out. We saw. There was other people that rushed them. I mean, everyone was awesome helping them out. It was hot. It was horrible. And it was getting near the time for it to leave, and I feel like it probably stayed a little bit longer. And we were tired and hot. And we just wanted to leave. There's videos online if you guys see it, want to see it in motion. There was people filming everywhere. It was really cool to see, though. Nice to see something like that come to Chester.
Yeah.
And it was nice to finally do an Illinois video for you guys.
Yeah.
Haven't done one yet, and there we go. But that's all we got for today. Stay tuned. If you guys like what you see, like and subscribe. Give us a follow. And we'll see you guys in the next video.